Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is a bit of an update related to Raja Jackson, uh, Rampage Jackson, which is Raja's father, talking about how he's kind of cutting contact with him, not wanting to do anything with Raja, etc., etc. And yeah, and I have a few opinions of what Rampage is going to actually say here. Not by his opinions that are defending him. Now, there's some things that he says that's okay, but again, not the greatest. So without further ado, my friends, let's get straight to the end of this. We have this here from Yahoo Sports saying Rampage Jackson says son Raja should go to jail for brutal wrestler attack. He just uttered my name. All right, so this is what he says here. And then we have this here from New York Post saying UFC legend Rampage Jackson cut off contact with his son, says he should spend a little time in jail for attacking pro wrestler. We have this here. They say that UFC legend Rampage Jackson has cut contact with his son, Raja, and called for the MMA fighter to be jailed for brutally attacked and hospitaling a professional wrestler. Jackson, 47, says he hasn't spoken with his 25-year-old son due to the vicious assault on August 23rd when Rogers disrupted a Knock X Pros experience event in California and beat wrestler Psycho Stu unconscious. It goes on to say here, I don't talk to Roger no more. Jackson told the Ariel Helwani show on Wednesday, I talked to him, I heard his story, and I heard some stuff, and then after I learned a whole lot of stuff about it. He just ordered my name, Jackson said. I know he's my effing son, but I'm not cutting him off forever. I just haven't talked to him. I talked to him after this crap happened, and he hid the fact that he did this crap, and put my other kids at danger based off of what other people said. I just can't talk to him right now. Well, I don't know how your other kids could be at danger, right? Because your kids are nowhere near in the limelight. I know very little of your kids, and I don't think anybody is going to correlate your kids to being the one doing this, or think they're even condoning it. As far as I know, the kids have been mostly radio silent on this, so I don't know how everybody's going to go after your kids in this aspect. Now, you Rampage Jackson, you're a different story because you have come out and defended and gone after your son, so obviously you're going to take some heat. Yeah, you're going to take some heat, and especially Raja, which tried to kill someone. I mean, again, this is all rightfully so, but this doesn't mean the rest of your family is going to be involved in this. Jackson condemned his son's behavior during the wrestling show, saying he was wrong and it went against what I told him to do before repeatedly putting Psycho Stu, a 44-year-old military veteran, whose real name is Stuart Smith. Raja is not a pro wrestler, he's a fighter, etc., etc. So this is everything that he said so far about Raja Jackson. So there's a video related to this from the Ariel Helwani show. I have no idea who this person is. But apparently there's a bit of an interview going on with this. And his like to dislike ratio is not great. It's not fantastic. And it seems that a lot of people are quite angry over this, rightfully so. And we're going to go over some things here about what Rampage Jackson is saying, etc., etc. So without further ado, my friends, let's get into this.
We know everything that happened with your son on August 23rd. You don't need to hear it out of my mouth. But what has life been like for you since that date?
It's been crazy, man. Like, people act like I fucking did it.
You're getting a lot of heat.
I'm getting a lot of heat. Like I beat somebody's ass.
Do you understand why people are coming after you because it is your son, or do you think it's unfair?
I think this has happened in pro wrestling before.
Okay, so let's address the first thing here that they're saying, like, people are after me or whatever, that, like, I beat his ass. Well, no, but at the same time, you were egging on your son, you were hopping him up a little bit, you were saying don't be disrespected, etc., and this kind of led to your son going overboard. Now, can we say that Rampage Jackson is in full control over his son's actions? No. I mean, when you're a grown man, you make decisions, and those decisions are your own. And what Raja did was obviously, well, he made that decision to try to end somebody's life. And that has nothing to do with Rampage. However, you should take some type of accountability for uh, egging him on at the very least, and that's rightfully so. Everybody should probably go after you for that particular thing. All right, I mean, you're not completely innocent in this.
What Roger did was uncalled for, and I know it affected a lot of people, but I didn't fucking do it. Like, cause I think cause he's my son and his father is a public figure, and they want to come after me. Like, and people automatically assume that I'm going to defend my son and I'm going to like try to pay people off and get them out of trouble. I'm just as mad as Roger as they are. I'm just as mad because Roger lied to me because I was live streaming when he got hit over the head with the can, and I called him. I was like, son, what's going on? Like, what you doing? And he didn't tell me nothing about them working him into a match so he can get his revenge, so he can get his payback. Because he know I would have told him take his ass home because he just
Yeah, so this guy is saying that he doesn't know or didn't know about that. I don't fully believe that Rampage doesn't know about this.
because the
Let me fix that because that was a horrible still frame. So I do not think that that Rampage did not know about this. I think he did know. I think he's feigning ignorance here, and like it wasn't. It didn't take very much to know that, or especially on the information that we have now, that it was that the information was, it was like a some type of like attempt to try to fix it, because the even one of the guys there that was part of the wrestling area or community or job whatever, that guy there even said that like you get your receipt, right? So we know that was happening. So Rampage would have to not know about that situation, which is crazy because I do not believe that. Especially if you're the father of his son, you're probably very well informed of what's technically going on for the most part. And I don't really believe that he didn't know this. All right, so I don't know about this. This is the reason why some people are also angry about Rampage not doing this or going after him, etc. Is because again, you still egged him on, you still hyped him up, you still kind of may put him in that stance, and that's the reason why the people are saying like it's partially your fault. Now, I'm not saying it's all Rampage's fault because that's ludicrous. His son is his own man, and like I said before. But again, you are being rightfully criticized, and you can't just ignore that.
day before he just got almost got knocked out in the gym. So so Roger know, and then so at first, I had to get an attorney and all that, and attorney told me not to say nothing, not to say nothing. Then I'm seeing everything unfold online. I'm getting all these DMs, and I'm like, now it's turned racist. I got racist.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Because every single time when black people are accused of anything, they are racist. The people are racist. The racist that. I hate to break it to black people, and this is a very strong warning to all black people. You better knock off with the racist BS because white people are not going to take it anymore. There's been a huge political shift. White people are getting fed up, rightfully so. And you doing this racist shit is really going to rile the whites up to want to put you back into cages again, because we just seem cannot stop blaming white people for things that the white people of today didn't do. So stop with that BS. We're going to skip a little bit this here and go a bit to what he thinks of his son, etc. So let's go.
Supposed to be there, and that's not fair.
We haven't heard or seen Raja since the night, since the incident. How is he doing?
I don't know. I don't talk to Roger no more. So I don't know. I won't
Since
talk to
then?
him. I talked to him. I heard his story, and I heard some of the stuff. And then after that, I learned a whole lot of stuff and about it and everything. Roger's wrong. He went against what I told him to do, and he hid the fact that he got wrote into a pro wrestling store. Roger's not a pro wrestler. He's a fighter. He's not a pro wrestler. He had no business in that ring. Everybody there was wrong. And yes, my son took it too far, but he knows better. He knows he's wrong for getting involved in a pro wrestling match. You know, he and he wasn't supposed to do it. I told him he couldn't even go to the gym for 2 weeks.
Mm. So do you know where he is now?
Most likely he's at home. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for a arrest warrant. As soon as we get arrest warrant, I was going to turn him in. We've been waiting for a arrest warrant or whatever. And I got him a turn. I did what my job is as a father to still take care of my son, because I still love him, even though how upset I am at my son. I still love him. You know what I'm saying? He's my son, but ever since he's become an adult, he don't listen to shit I say, and you know, I, all I can do is like be a father. But Roger, know I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to lie.
All right. So again, I am not a father, right? I do not have kids. I don't really plan on having kids anytime soon, if at all. But I think the one thing that I think I understand is like, yeah, when you have kids, you really want to bat an eye for them. You really want to give them the due gracious that that they so deserve. Even if they do something kind of crazy, you kind of still like be like, okay, yeah, I'm still gonna bat for my kid, right? I'm still gonna defend my kid because it's my kid, right? Um, for me though, outside looking in, I pretty much wouldn't want to be associated with a kid that almost ended somebody's life or uh or committed a heinous crime like raping a child or whatever. I don't think I want to be associated with that kid. And in fact, I would denounce him immediately if that was the case. So, I don't know. Maybe you parents that are parents could probably backfire on this, but I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it is what it is, right? In this regard. Um, so I could probably give Rampage a pass on that.
For him and nothing like that. And he knows that I'm gonna give my opinion. He shouldn't have been in that ring. He shouldn't even. As soon as Psycho Stu hit him in the head, he should have handled it right there. And when I waited for everything. I called Psycho Stu and I left him a message. I wanted to talk to him and see about his. This is right before I knew everything. At this point, all I knew is that Roger. I knew he got written to the storyline, but I just knew Roger hurt him really bad. So I called him. I left him a voice message. He never called me back. And so I told him in the voicemail, I want to talk to him so I can hear his side of the story and everything, because I'm a dad. I want to make everything right. Psycho Stu never got back in touch with me and everything. And then I'm hearing all this other stuff. The pro wrestlers are not meant to talk to the police and stuff like that because they were drinking backstage. Psycho Stu was drunk. And like I said, I know people there that work there. I'm friends with one of them. Say Psycho Stu, this is not the first time he's done stuff like this. Drunkenly, like hit somebody or did something backstage. And then I started paying attention to it. Right before Roger got in that ring, it was 4 dudes in there.
All right. So to finish this off, there's a lot of stupid stuff that's going on here. So despite whether or not Psycho Stu was drunk or not, does not mean she should be allowed to be beaten half to death. All right. So there's that. When it comes down to the fact that all this is kind of like uh, being allowed or whatever is kind of crazy. I don't see where we can really go from here in terms of this, in terms of insanity. I mean, even when he says like, when he's talking about like, oh well, he didn't return my calls. Well, maybe Buddy Psycho Stu was trying to survive from being beaten half to death. And maybe he woke up from being unconscious like a week after. So maybe he was a little busy, trying to survive. But I digress. And the people in the comments are really not happy about this. I mean, Rampage being offended Stu didn't call him back after almost being unalive by his son is wild. It says telling the man that was almost killed to take accountability is wild. Today I realized Rampage has the intelligence of a vegetable. Stu couldn't make a statement because he was too busy almost dying. Crazy statement from Rampage. Yeah, like it's like I said, man. Like they he's saying some really dumb stuff. I think he's just doing this to try to clear out his name, to make his name not be completely destroyed. But I mean, you kind of did this already as well, right? Like you guys said, I don't know much what's going on. I'll get back to you guys, et cetera, what's happening. So give me some time, a few days or whatever, to collect some information. I'll get back to you. But no, instead you just went out to immediately defend your son. You meant to claim racist this, racist that, and it just, yeah, of course, it backfired. So you kind of get what you deserve, and hope Raja beats prison time. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.